Hi, I'm Andy Mattingly and I'm here with this week's Save It Up moment. Hopefully you've been listening to the last couple of weeks and you know the one big thing that we've really been pushing for you to do is to build a budget. So you may have come to the point that you're like, well, I'm not really sure if my budget is good or not. So we're going to give you a few hints or ideas of how you should allot your net monthly income to a budget, or how to build a budget and see if you're in line. And now everyone's not going to be at this. This is kind of an ideal budget that you want to kind of work through. And I'm not going to talk through all the topics, but we will share all of these percentages on the screen or on the video as you see it. But then also there are other resources on the Save It Up page that has this budget allotment and even maybe a budget worksheet that you can use. So make sure you take advantage of it. But the high points are, first, no more than 30% of your net pay should be going to housing expenses. And these things include utilities, rent, mortgage, home improvements, insurance. So that's a broad category, but no more than 30%. The next important one is that 15% of your net pay is going to investments and savings, emergency savings, retirement savings, education savings, whatever. You want 15% going there. You want to keep your auto expenses to about 12%. And that includes gas, maintenance, and the car payment, and food at about 10%. So those are the four main categories in your budget that's going to take up a big portion of your net pay. After that, it's important that you keep these other categories, in the proper alignment. And a couple of the big ones is making sure that you keep entertainment expense at about 4%, and that you keep other expenses like sports fees and things like that to about 4%. And then that leaves you the rest of the categories that are going to be about 5%, and you'll see those on the screen as we've kind of walked through what all of these should be. But if you can focus on these and get your budget close to this, then you can make adjustments. Maybe you don't have any credit card debt and you can take that 5% and allocate it somewhere else. Hopefully you would allocate that to savings, or maybe split it up and allocate it to some of the other categories. Maybe you don't have a lot of medical expenses, so you won't need to do that. But if you do this budget in this manner, if you have an expense that's not reoccurring, but you know that 5% of your net pay needs to go to that, you can start setting up some separate savings accounts and have that over there if they're intermittent expenses. Maybe it only happens once a quarter, you will have saved for it. So putting this budget together then helps you be able to allot the money the way that you want. If you want any more information on this or any other topic, make sure you visit the Save It Up page at formcu.com.